So Ethan, how does it feel to sign for Forest Green?
Yeah, I'm delighted with it. I mean, for the last couple seasons, obviously, I've wanted to progress and try and move up the footballing ladder, and I think with Forest Green, that's a great place to be at and to progress with.
When did you first hear of Forest Green's interest?
Well, I heard a couple of weeks ago, and straight away, obviously, I knew the club were ambitious and they were looking to progress, and I thought, I was definitely prepared to join.
And Mark said as well, I think you had offers from other clubs, higher clubs in the Football League, is that right?
I didn't get any specific offers, but there was a few clubs that were showing interest. But even so, I think this is a great place to come to.
Yeah, and what was it about Forest Green that attracted you?
Just the ambition, really. The short-term plan, the wanting to progress. The fact that they nearly managed to get into the league last season, and hopefully this season we could just take that one step further.
Mm. And can you give Forest Green fans an idea of what they can expect from you?
Obviously at my previous club, Dulwich Hamlet, was a good club down there. They tried to play football the right way, what some people would say. So I am used to playing on the ball. I do like to win headers and play out, and so they can expect 100% effort from me.
Okay, and obviously you're coming from the Ryman League, and how sort of confident are you of making this step up?
I am confident. Obviously, I was in the Ryman League for a long while. The last couple of years, I felt progressed a lot there. I'm just looking to continue, and I do have belief that I can go on and keep improving. I'm always willing to learn and willing to get better.
Yeah, obviously a lot of good players can come from lower leagues in the non-league as well. I mean, Jamie Vardy is the obvious example, but I suppose it's a little bit more difficult for a central defender to get noticed, isn't it, really?
Yeah, you can say that, but obviously it does happen. I mean, you got Chris Smalling, who you could say he's playing for England as well. So, it does happen. Obviously, it's not easy, but with the right attitude and the willingness to take things on board, it definitely can happen.
Mm. And what are your ambitions going forward as a player?
My ambitions are basically to keep on improving, learning, and hopefully with Forest Green, just taking it to the next level and getting promoted and getting in the team playing regularly. That's what my ambitions are this season.
And did you know anyone already at the club at Forest Green, or did you know much about Forest Green before you joined?
To be fair, I didn't know many of the players. I don't really know any of the players. I've heard of a few of them, but about the club, I knew little bits about it because I always check of the other leagues. So I know, obviously, the last couple of years they've done pretty well.
And in terms of your background, you've obviously come through the youth team at Dulwich, and had you played sort of any other clubs previous to that, at sort of youth level? Or?
At youth level, I spent 1 year at AFC Wimbledon before doing my second year of youth level at Dulwich. Before AFC Wimbledon, I was at playing under 10s to about under 15s. I was at Millwall's Academy. But apart from that, it's just been those three clubs really. And
obviously you are a central defender first and foremost, but you can score goals as well, can't you? 7 goals this season. So
yeah, I found that out myself really, but I just ended up in the right place at the right time for a few of them, and hopefully I can score a few again this season.
Yeah, and in terms of sort of what sort of players you look up to, anyone sort of come to mind?
Well, when I was younger, I was actually a winger, so I really used to like Ryan Giggs.
Yeah.
I was supporting Man U as well. When looking at centre backs, you got Rio Ferdinand, who's obviously a quality player. Bits of his games that I used to look at was his composure and things like that. Nowadays, there's not really specific players since then that I would say I look up to, but I take like different qualities in different centre backs that I see.
And I understand you've got a degree as well, haven't you, Ethan? What was that in?
Yeah, that was in physical education and sport. So I literally got my degree classification back last week. So yeah, I managed to do well with that and finish that. So everything kind of happened at a good time.
Yeah, and is that I mean, obviously you were semi-professional at Dulwich. Was that becoming a PE teacher then part of your thoughts?
Yeah, I was definitely thinking about it because obviously you got to think about other things to do. You can't just play like that. So where I was working, I was doing a bit of coaching, which helps to tie in with the experience of being in primary schools and so. But yeah, that was one of the fields that I was looking at possibly getting into.
Okay, thanks very much.
Thank you.